Swipe, 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 swipe. Just picked up some bands, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Swerving, making plays, quick Ferrari red. Never out my zone, touchdown in my hands. Only fam around me, I can't have no friends. Had to cut you off, you left me out for dead. Ever since I was a teen, had prices on my head. Had to cut you off, you left me out for dead. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Just picked up some bands, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Just picked up some bands, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, ballpoint on the beat, ballpoint make them dance. Yeah, we came up from nothing, now we're making plans. Yeah, just picked up some bands, Tell her ask it questions when I come and grind. On the run like a runaway. Only way is the money way. New chain, no jewelry. No games, don't fool me. 21, been a boss. Play the game, pay the cost. Heard you rolling TikTok. Need to get another watch. Just picked up some bands, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Just picked up some bands, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says.
Oh my God, shout out to everybody in the chat. Okay, let me know that you guys can hear me because I'm learning how to use this whole little setup here with this microphone and headset and everything. The rabbit husband got it for me for my birthday and I'm just learning how to use it. Definitely has been very helpful. Hey everybody, let me know you guys can hear me. All right, I got my members here. Lady Webs, Cash, Chico, Brianna is here as well. Shout out to you guys. Who else do I have member-wise? Cloud, who else? Jed Judson. Shout out to the Facebook people that are watching us because I see that somebody hit the like button over there. Much love to you. Jed Judson. Daisy Girl is here. Shout out to you. Dee Dee, welcome, Dee Dee. Oh my God, welcome. Okay, everybody's coming in. Thank you guys. Nicole Bryant, I see you. All right, and you make sure you put where you're coming from, what state, what time zone, what are you drinking? I got coffee. I'm ready. I got coffee. I got Starbucks. Okay. All right. Bernice is here. Belinda, thank you. Again, I think you're the one that shares our stuff all the time. I really appreciate you, Belinda. Thank you for doing that. Shout out to you. Brandy, welcome. All right. Reno, Nevada. Colorado Springs, JJ. Okay. Steamboat Springs, Cali. Yes. Wait, what? No. What? There's -4? Whoo, -4. It is cold. North Carolina, Charlotte. Shout out to everybody. Ooh, my nose is itchy. Sorry, guys. Teresa. Okay. Shout out to everyone. Do the right thing. Shout out to you. And I don't want a username is in here as well. Shout out to you. I don't want a username. I hope you guys are doing well. It's been quite the morning. I mean, just trying to get everything ready and going for everybody. Okay. All right. All right, let me see who else is in here. Oregon. Shout out to Oregon, the Rabbit fam. Okay. International, yes. And if you're international, drop your flags. Please drop your flags. It's always so nice to see different flags and everything. South Carolina. Okay. Oh, yes. And don't forget to hit the like button as well. Northern Cali. Okay. Texas. We had a lot of Texas people here yesterday. I think I kind of like seven people from Texas. Like, whew. Shout out to Texas. They definitely watch us. All right, cool. Okay, where do we get started? So we got about 95 people in here. We're 4 minutes in. What are our like buttons looking like? Make sure you guys please hit the like button while you're in there, because it does kind of help us out in the algorithm. It's been a lot going on. I want to address a couple things too. Thank you for the like buttons. I see 94 and 46 likes thus far. If you guys could please help out, that would be awesome. Thank you. 54. Thank you. Canada. Shout out to you. Michigan, Upper Park, Bay Area, where everything gets and goes hyphy. Shout out to the hyphy, all the hyphy Bay Area. That's my area, guys. I know about that stuff. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. It makes it sound my sound is inconsistent. I'm trying. Can you guys hear me okay? Do I sa- do I need to sing like a Backstreet Boy? Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know. You guys got to let me know because I'm able to fix the mic here. But you have to let me know. Can you hear me? Drop a rabbit. Just say yes, I can hear you. Yes, yes, yes. You're not invisible, teacher. I see you. You're not invisible. Shout out to you and thank you. I saw your comment. She's like, "Am I invisible?" You're not invisible. I see you, my love. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Sounds fine. Yes. I love you, girl. Do your thing. Do your thing. And sometimes please don't okay, good. If I don't say hello to you, please I mean I get a lot of comments and stuff, so just note that I see you. Don't think that I'm like ignoring you. Hey Kiva, welcome. Come get this commentary. Yes, I said a Backstreet Boy. Should I sing like one, two? But my love is all I have to. Okay, stop. All right. Singing is not my thing. It was at one point, but it's not anymore. Okay. We see you, teacher. We see you. I'm in the bushes. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, let's get into this because it's a lot to get into. Mr. Bernard Robinson did an interview this morning or about 18 hours ago with Court TV. We're going to watch that a little bit. So we'll look into that a little bit. And I kind of want to talk a little bit about something else as well. We're going to do some commentary. How many of you guys are subscribed to Danny Robertson's Truth Teller Danny's channel? Please let me know in the chat if you are subscribed to her Truth Teller Danny channel. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Shelly. Much love to you. I'm glad you hear me. Put it in the chat. Let me know if you're subscribed because I kind of need you guys to be subscribed. You know, she's been dropping some really great content. Absolutely. Nope. Cash, the link is in the description box for you guys to go check her out. I'm subscribed. Oh, yes, I'm forever subscribed to Danny Robertson. Danny Robertson is a thank you. Well, you guys got to go head over there. Her channel is in the description box because we're going to do some commentary there. Danny, let me tell you guys something. If you guys that don't know, Danny Robertson is the one that initiated the petition. Okay. Put the link. I will. I definitely will. Matter of fact, let me do that right now. It's in the description box, but I'm going to do it right now. Danny Robertson, Truth Teller Danny, is the one that started the petition for justice for Shanquella. I mean, she got everybody. This is Danny's definitely area of expertise. Truth Teller Danny. Let me see. This is Danny's area. Advocacy work, getting the word out there, calling people out for what it is. Thank you, Lady Webster, putting it. That is Truth Teller Danny. You guys got to go over there. And let me tell you why. If you're following the Shanquella Robinson case details, a lot of people have been taken from her to put onto her to other people's platforms. I'm just going to say it because I find things on repeat sometimes, and some of it is because Danny dropped it before a lot of people did. You can hate me, and that's fine. That's fine, but it's the truth, and I've been watching it too. Period. She definitely, Sarah. She got the media's attention with the petition. Okay. Now, a lot of you guys here are my day ones. Drop a rabbit on the chat if you've been subscribed to me for more than a year. Drop a rabbit on the chat if you've been subscribed to me for more than a year or at least, I don't know, 6 months. Okay? Because that is very important time frame wise to know. Okay, you just sub. Great, great, great. If you are well-versed on how YouTube creators work, you're fresh. Well, this is going to be helpful for you. You just sub to her. Perfect. You see, I got some day ones here that have been, rocking with me, and they know me and they got my back because they love me, and they're here for me and they know that I'm about this. And, it is very easy to get caught up in drama. It's very easy to get caught up in beef here. A lot of people do, period. And it's very easy to find creators that only give you half of a story and don't give you the full story. Very easy to do that, okay? So one thing that has been done is people have been weaponizing this petition. I'm just going to call it out. People have been and please don't drop that creator's name in here because I don't like any type of evil or darkness in my channel. I really tried to cleanse as much as I can. Please note this. Do not drop that name in there. But people have been trying, they see Danny doing something for good, and then they want to weaponize the petition. One of the biggest red flags, and I will tell you as somebody that has worked in social work, in mental health services, that somebody that has worked in these different types of fields that knows 10 plus years in government services, as well as 7 years in community. Yeah, I've done a lot. Let me tell you guys something right now. When somebody compares themselves to be the victim, like somebody says, I'm just like Shanquella, or Shanquella's story is like mine. It's easy to find some commonality, but you have to understand something. You're not the victim. You're not Shanquella. And so what I've been seeing a lot is that people have been using Shanquella's story to weaponize against certain creators. And that is the sad part of this. If I wanted to come up here and drag somebody and talk about what somebody did to me, I could. I could be in my every right to do so, but it's not about me. It's not about me. Pay attention to those creators that aren't making it about them. They're making it about the mission. Okay? And I'm telling you. So people have been weaponizing this petition, and I'm just not going to allow it. I'm going to speak against it. I think it's important. So you know? Oh, nobody responded to the membership? Okay. Hold up 1 minute. I'm right here with you, the educational background. Right. Thank you. Thank you. The membership link is in the description box. If you want to check the description box, you'll find it there as well. But thank you. And I'm sure I'll have a mod maybe drop it in here as well. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. So just know, Danny Robertson is the same way. Danny Robertson is an avatar creator. Okay. She doesn't show her face, but she has been consistent in her delivery of content. And some people just they don't like her for various reasons, and that's their thing. But let me tell you something. If you come after Danny, don't think that she's going to sit there and not respond back. Just like many of us, we're allowed to clap back to things, and we're allowed to call the ish for what it is. Thank you. Perfect. Well, I'm glad you're joining. There's always haters, Rex. You're doing what's right, and that's it. So I'm not going to allow my feelings over a creator that doesn't like me, or that doxes people, or that talks about children with disabilities. I'm not going to do, I can bring up a lot of stuff, and I'm not going to do that because I'm going to put my feelings aside for the purposes of Shanquella. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay? Period. And then you have the creators that will make it about race. Okay, I can't do anything about that. Period. So I'm letting you guys know right now, this petition is awesome. Danny Robertson is awesome. I've known her for quite some time. Okay, she's been consistent in her delivery. She brings facts and receipts, and she does things that most people here on YouTube cannot. And that's why she gets the hate. Period. Thank you. And some of you day ones know that. They know that. Period. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So you guys make sure you sub to her channel, make sure you share the petition and that you sign it. And all this other bullshit, note that it's not about Shanquella when it comes to that. It's about them being selfish, self-centered, and pitiful. Period. Evil. Period. I don't give a shit. Just letting you know. I got coffee. I don't give a shit. Whew. Thank you, Chico. Thank you, Tinko. Egos. Egos. It's one thing to call out people for saying, you're giving misinformation. That's fine, period. Yeah, Danny. Then you guys don't even know the half, and if you've been watching us long enough, you'll know Danny doesn't play. Thank you. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Thank you, teacher. Much appreciated. Thank you, guys. Sarah, everybody. Yes, and make sure you guys hit the like button. And Danny is the GOAT of YouTube. A lot of people, they say a lot of stuff about her. Let me tell you guys something. I don't know. I've known her, here on YouTube, and she's been amazing, period. And I mean, I can't wait for her to keep going and see everything else that she's gonna do because she definitely deserves it. I'm lost. I'm here from the plainest Jane suggestion. I like you and sub. I'm so lost what you're talking about, but I did catch up on Danny last night. Oh, thank you, Lala. So what I was talking about, those that are just coming in, is Avengers on deck. Yes, and make sure you drop your swords in the chat for the Avengers. So Danny Robertson is another creator who's actually pioneered the petition, Lala, so you're aware. And like if you're a regular on YouTube and you've been doing content, you're gonna have your haters do content on you. And Danny Robertson, just like myself and other creators, we have a lot of people that do not like us, a lot of people that will run mouth on us. And I am not making it about that, and neither is Danny. She's really wanting to bring awareness to Shanquella, and some of these people are wanting to sabotage the awareness that she's doing, the work that she's doing, because they're upset. So we're just trying to bring light to the fact that this is about Shanquella. Let's make it about Shanquella. Stop being selfish, pitiful, ridiculous, ugly, gross, whatever those adjectives are that you need to use, whatever helps you sleep at night, just stop, man, because we're just going to be focused on here. If you don't like it, oh well, then you don't like it. Go somewhere with yourself. And that's really what we're talking about. And I needed to address that real quick. But that's just how it is sometimes. Yeah, when you're working and people see you working and really succeeding in an area, like 31,000 or 30,000 signatures on a petition, period. People get really jealous. People get really like, they're like, wow, you got that attention. Why? Like, some people just aren't going to like you. Some people don't like me. Some people don't like Danny. And that's just, you just have to accept it. We can't get upset. There's some people that like other people more than others. That happens. It happens. So we have to put our selfish feelings aside. Yes, people are really weird. And trust me, that person is weird. We Anyways, let me stop. Danny does a great job with her content. People need to keep her focus on the topic at hand. Justice for Shanquella, absolutely. Period. It's just weird. I'm like, yo, I don't wake up, I don't go to sleep thinking about half of these people. I'm just telling you, I want to do content and promote and bring justice and move on, but I don't go to sleep thinking about some of these people. And it's just, ugh. Anyways, I don't know. Okay, let's get going with the stuff. Period. Spiritual warfare. Right, teacher? Absolutely. Let's get going. Are you guys ready? So Mr. Bernard Robertson did an interview with CourtTV. It was a very emotional interview. Thank you, Lala. Right, period. It was a very emotional interview. I'm not going to lie. I kind of got teared up when I was watching this. How many of you guys have watched this? Let's go ahead and start here because I kind of want us to go out into a, whatchamacallit, the interview that Danny Robertson did with an expert, medical forensic expert, a medical forensic expert from Mexico. I had to translate, and it was freaking, it was very difficult to translate this one because number one, I had Baby Bunny, but number two, the man is so full of information, and I honestly want to bring awareness to the information that he's talking about. Very important because he's answering some of the questions that some of you guys have, especially as it pertains to medical care in Mexico. This man wrote 8 books. Okay, he has a resume. Okay, very accredited. I believe he wrote some textbooks as well. These textbooks from college. If you're a grad student or an undergraduate, you know what that looks like. So this is good stuff. But before we get started, let's play this CourtTV video, and this is kind of like, I believe, the latest interview that's been done by by the dad. Okay.
Robinson, thank you so much for joining us today. I so appreciate your time. I already said to you once, I'm going to say it again. I love the mask and heartbroken for you and your family. I want to start by jumping right in and first asking, what is your latest understanding from law enforcement in Mexico as to the status of an arrest or charges?
Nothing.
They haven't given you any information about any arrest for your daughter's murder?
Nothing I know of, ma'am. It's just what the media and the newspaper saying, ma'am.
Ugh.
And which, like I say, I'm old school, man. You know, I'm just a normal man, citizen that wake up, God grace, health and strength, just go to work.
So Mr. Bernard is saying no information has been given to him about what's been going on with his daughter. Yeah, Sarah, no joke. No joke. Lord, is this live? It is live, my friend. It is live. The dad, you could tell that he's very emotional. Okay, if you guys remember back to this is my issue, and I go back a little bit to what Gerardo was saying, okay? Um there was something said on the lead attorney interview. He said something to the effect that that the father had been contacted by the attorney Daniel de la Rosa, okay, about his daughter to give a statement. Here he's saying he hasn't been contacted by anybody official from Mexico, that there has been no contact. Yeah, he sounds so defeated. And Lady Webb, this is what I'm saying. This is why I'm not myself, and neither Danny Robertson, and I don't want to speak for her, but I'm pretty sure she feels the same way. We're not here to fight with people because this family feels defeated. What sensationalism or what good are we doing here going back and forth when this is such a bigger cause than my ego, that person's ego, or anybody else's ego? This is like, I don't know, you guys. I'm a parent, okay? If you have kids and it hits a little bit, even if you don't, but if you have children, it hits a little bit, or anybody that you take care of, nieces, nephews, whatever, it hits a little different. I have kids, so I know the defeat. Like, my goodness, we're here for justice, period. Thank you. So let's keep going and watching. But you could see it. You could see it in his eyes. You could see it in the way in which he's expressing himself.
And, do what I'm supposed to do as a responsible father.
Tell us what you want us to know about your daughter.
I mean, she was beautiful. I mean, she's beautiful on the outside, but I always tell her beauty is not what's going to get you in life. It's okay to be beautiful, but she had a beautiful spirit. She had a foundation that I raised up in the church at a younger age, got baptized in the church. I mean, she knew the Lord. She knew where her faith and her help comes from. From a father that had a mother and a dad in the house that gave us discipline and structure. We weren't born with no silver spoon in our mouth. So I supplied over. My dad and my mother raised me till I become a man. And when I had her, when God blessed me with her, I tried to put those same qualities in her. And eventually, it did, through the grace of God, my prayers, my faith in him. So she was real. She was a people person, loving and caring, cared about folks, never did look down on nobody, Only thing she wanted to do is just enjoy life. She was a very smart, intelligent young lady. Always, on the, she was on the A and B honor roll ever since she hit, junior high school, college. I mean, elementary. I mean, she was just a bright, young, smart, intelligent lady. Just had life about herself. She's not a fighter, She was just somebody that loved people, My life didn't change behind all this. I didn't know the friends. I just know they went to college with her. That's about it. They're supposed to be going over there to celebrate one of their birthdays. But evidently, I guess they plotted, jealous and envious of her and did what they did to her for no such a reason. I mean,
He says here, they plotted. I think, and I don't know if it's necessarily been founded, but a lot of people have been saying that it was a plot. It was plotted against her. It's been going back and forth, and the more and more people are piecing things together as well. It sounds like they if it was a plot, premeditation to take her out of this country to go and do this to her, or maybe they came with the intent, they were already angry at her. I don't know, you guys. And even like one thing I noticed here, even in his talking about his daughter, you could tell that he had a really close relationship with Shanquella. You could tell that this was like that was his baby girl. I have a pretty close relationship with my dad too. So like I just see this and I'm like, oh my God, like it just seems so crazy. Hey, too persuasive. I, I, I don't know, guys. Yeah. So it sounds like he's feeling like this was plotted. Something else seems to be like a plot when the pieces are, yeah, it seems like it. Like, I'm sorry, if I'm going to Mexico on vacation on a girls trip, friends trip, I am not going to, like, I would probably want to fix whatever anger issues I've had with my friends to avoid things like what happened that led up to this, you know? So yeah, it does, especially if my daughter's not a fighter or I'm not a fighter. Like, how do you plot against people? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Whoo. Money, business, the likelihood. I mean, people do get jealous about things like that. You need to watch the YouTube deep dive on this too strong. Oh, okay. I will definitely check it out and see what's up. Jealous hearted green IMB. Can you tell that? Yeah, he truly loved his daughter. Period. He truly loved his daughter. Yo, I don't know. I don't know, but let's keep watching.
You know, she didn't see it coming.
What did the friends tell you or your wife happened to your daughter initially, or did they tell you anything?
The friends ain't tell me nothing. Friends just told her mom, you know, that they came back with the luggage and her phone. Just came back and sit down there, you know, at her sister's house and ate food and, you know, sit there and just told them that big lie that it was alcohol poison. And which I knew it wasn't. I deep down in my heart, because I know how I raised her. I mean, you know, we're not perfect at all. You know, she wasn't no perfect child. I mean, she drunk a little, but alcohol poison? Nah. We all did that when we was coming up a little bit, just experiencing things. But still, at the same time, she knew herself, and I knew her. I knew, you know, I know that's my daughter by just how I raised her, and I know for a fact she's too smart and too intelligent to put herself in that kind of situation like that, man. You know, for them to sit there and say it was alcohol poisoning, they sit around drinking and eating, and she got sick and wasn't feeling well, you know. And they asked, was, you know, there wasn't no altercation, none of that, man. They didn't even reach out to me. They ain't called and said, Mr. Robinson, sorry about Shanquella. Their parents ain't called and give no kind of condolences whatsoever, man. So, I'm not even gonna say they're friends, man. They're not.
I heard about this. Tina Marie says, "Have you heard Nazir's mom speak?" Let me tell you guys something. I don't care about what his mother has to say. I don't care about Donovan Winter's mother, father. I don't care about who else, Dejanay's mother and father. Let me tell you something. Those 6 are adults. I don't give a shit what their parents have to say. I want them to get the cojones, the huevos, the balls to get on a live or something to say and give something, get an attorney, do something. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, I didn't even know it was out there. But honestly, there's absolutely nothing that their parents are going to say. These are adults in their 20s. Okay, trust me. I don't give a shit. I don't care. It's irrelevant to me. It's not going to bring a record. You going to sit there and coddle your child? See, this is the thing. Is like it gets me. I heard somebody else in a panel. Well, these are our youth. They're in their 20s. They're young. I don't know. No. They went out there. Okay? They did this shit. They plotted. They lied to this family. They came back. I don't give a shit about their parents. It's a non-factor to me. At the end of the day, it's not their parents that'll sit in a Mexican prison. So I don't give a shit. Take accountability for your actions. That's it. Turn yourself in. That's it. Tell the family what really the fuck happened. That's it. No excuse, period. I don't care. So as far as me giving light to them, probably not. No, I don't give a shit about Nazir's mom or anybody's mother or father. I'm sorry. No.
Friends. I just want to know why. There's a whole lot of answers, a whole lot of questions is not being answered, man. You know, I just want the U.S. attorney over there, Mexican authority, everybody around there were, you know, which a lot of prayers is going out for me, my family, man. That's how I'm standing. I'm standing on everybody's prayers, ma'am, and they love and they caring for me, ma'am, and God's strength in my faith in Him, Lord, and ma'am, you know. I just want everybody over there, the U.S. attorney, to feel my pain as a father, to know that their daughter came over here to the United States and had friends, and they both come to celebrate her birthday, and then they get a phone call and saying their daughter had passed over here in the United States. You know, I just want the U.S. Attorney General what he would do. You know, he would want the United States to do the right thing. You know, make sure these people are accountable for what they acted or what they did. Because right now, my life has been changed, man. My life has been changed completely. You know, I ain't never experienced nothing like this right here. You know, thinking that she's gonna bury me, but I end up burying her, man. You know, that's God's child. God blessed me with her. You know, and I tried to raise her up to the best abilities I could, man. And for them to take her away from me like that, you know, it's sad, man. It's just hurt. It's over a month now, and I'm still hurt, man. This pain is so deep to the core.
Mr. Bernard.
It's a lot, you guys. I just don't think there's ever going to be a good resolution to this whatsoever or anything like that. I mean, how can you? This is somebody's child, period. Like, none of us are ever going to be satisfied, I think. And here's the deal. This is what I don't understand, and I can't get my head around the why. Like, why? Why? You mean to tell me that out of all the 6, not one person had the consciousness or the little bit of something in here that said, like, just like the video when it was released, not one of them said, "Hey, I need to do the right thing. I need to say something here." Not one of them, not one person could come out and say like, "I fucked up. I did this. You know, this is what happened." Or I said I was there and I saw everything. And I'm going to tell the truth. Not one person. You mean to tell me that of all these 6 people that have been birthed, not one of them have the right or the like any morality to do the right thing? I find it hard to believe, man. I really find it hard to believe, yo. I mean, thank you. I mean, I'm waiting. The main characters was how to get back to, yeah, that was the main concern is how do you get back? How do you take more money from the family? How do you get back? How do you get back? That was their concern. I got to go back to work. I can't stay here. I got to go do this. And it's so interesting because I believe was it Donovan Winter that had her sister passed away, or was it the other one that had her sister passed away and then she still went forward to Cabo? So I was thinking, I was like, well, what? I wouldn't have traveled. I mean, that's just me if it was my sister. But hey, you know, everybody's a little bit different. You know, everybody deals with grief a little bit different. But this is just so crazy to me. Alyssa, thank you. Was it Alyssa's sister, Clark? And let me know in the chat. Yeah, it's so crazy to me. Baby Bunny's like, listen, mom, figure this out. Yes, yes. They took advantage of her kindness for sure. Talk about having the 6 wrong friends. 6 wrong friends. Nobody took the phone. Nobody helped this girl. So let me tell you guys something. Yes, before I get started on this video, because this is a very good video. I had started earlier. There's 2 separate parts that I want to play in this, and then you guys are more than free to go watch it on Danny Robertson's Truth Teller Danny's channel. You have to go watch it because, you know, Danny doesn't, and I'm the same way too, right? We don't like speculating things. I think that that's one thing we have in common. We like to get to the facts. Pascal Show had brought up somebody from the FBI, which I thought was a great idea. So Danny brought up somebody who is someone with years of experience, both working in federal, national, in Colombia, Peru, as someone with that criminalistic background. Okay, so he is a medical forensic examiner. All right, this man has done autopsies. This man has seen death. He knows what it looks like. He knows the processes that Mexico has to examine a scene. One thing, and so I was invited to help, although my translation was not the best, and I had Baby Bunny at the same time, but he was just so full of information. It was so hard to translate this piece with him, and I was like, damn, like I need to make sure I do right by this situation and that everybody's able to understand. Okay, this man right here, he's got credentials. Okay, he's definitely got credentials. He's written at least 8 books, textbooks, and everything. So there was 2 points in this interview that I want to talk about. And in the time-minute markers, 49 minutes and 56 minutes. At the 49-minute mark, he talks about before and after investigations, and he gives his opinion about this whole situation, how it's supposed to go, as well as the 56-minute marker where he talks about medical institutions in Mexico. Remember when the friend called the parents and said, her insurance is not working there, like they need $5,000 because, they can't see her, it's her insurance, blah, blah, blah. They try to give that excuse. This man said that that's a lie. Everybody, whether you're a citizen or not, regardless of the color of your skin, whether you're Mexican or you're a tourist, should not have to work, should be able to go to like a community hospital or like another center to get medical help, regardless of what your insurance looks like. You don't need insurance for the medical hospital in Mexico. And he let us know that because he's worked in various areas. So I said, oh, did the Cabo 6? I mean, clearly they lied, but they really, really fucking lied on this one too. But anyways, let me go ahead and get playing. There are subtitles here as well. I'm going to try to make it into a full screen for us here, and get some of these comments down. Yes, the public hospital will take you. Definitely. See if I can do this, and hopefully I think the subtitles are already recorded in there. But you guys go check out Truth Teller Danny. Make sure you give her a subscription because she's going to be dropping these interviews with this medical profession. And I'm telling you guys, it was she did a 4-hour interview. I was there for it, and she got so much information that you guys don't want to miss, especially if you don't want to fuck around with the speculation and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to get to some of those questions that you might have and you want those answered. But let me play.
In his opinion, he felt like that was the moment where that break might have occurred, but he believes that it was all the hits that she took, that it wasn't a headlock specific, it was in conjunction with everything, if that makes sense. Sígale, señor.
Ok, resulta indispensable, o sea, es muy importante que se haya investigado el después de ese video. ¿Por qué? Porque no sabemos nada. Tenemos una versión de la doctora Carolina que dice que ella cuando acude a las villas, ella se encontraba con vida. Sin embargo, esta información no está verificada. Ella podrá decir que estaba con vida, pero una persona que tiene lesión severa a nivel de la columna vertebral.
I don't think I'm doing right by this as well. And I don't know if you guys can see the subtitles because they're so in the bottom. But basically what he's saying, and to be a little bit more clear, he talks about how it's very important for people to have investigated the different scenarios that happen. He said before the recording, during the recording, and after the recording, right? And the investigation, he allowed people to know in this interview, the investigation starts by the time that, when the police arrived. Did they secure the crime scene? What happened? What did the doctor do? He discredits a lot of what the doctor is said to have done here. A content creator out there put in there, well, she's not even going to get jail time. That's not true. That's not true. She could very well face jail time, this doctor, okay? Because she lacked the medical, she did not perform within her role. Within her role. Regardless if the friends said, treat her there. No. She had the obligation as a medical doctor to take this woman to the hospital, Shanquella, okay? So for people that have said, well, she's only going to get a fine, that's not true. She can face jail time as well. And I don't know what penal code was read to have said that, to say, well, it's only a fine. No, ma'am. She failed, this woman. She died under her care. It's not just a fine. She could very well face jail time. So I wanted to make sure that we dispelled that a little bit, because I did see that somewhere. Somebody said, well, she's only going to get a fine. No, she's not. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I think I saw the plainest Jane. Shout out to the plainest Jane out there. Yes. And she should lose her license. She probably will. But the doctor Horacio is letting everybody know, the investigation needs to start from the time before the video, after the video, during the video, in between, and then what concluded from that. One thing he stressed, well, when we met with him, and you guys are going to get to know that when you watch a lot of Danny's videos. This was a failure, not just from the crime scene. It was a failure in all aspects. In all aspects. And I don't want to give too much out other than that, but it was a failure in all aspects. Let's keep playing.
Vertebral y de la médula espinal no puede encontrarse en las condiciones en las que la doctora dice, porque la doctora dice que sus signos vitales estaban bien al momento de que ella llega a las villas. Este es un dato importante para descartar la segunda teoría.
He says, it's very important to understand what happened before and after, so especially with the doctor, because if you look at the doctor's statement said that she was fine with vital signs. It would be impossible for that to have happened, right? So that in itself would discard the theory that she was alive, that her vital signs were okay when she arrived there. Had she suffered all of this? So that part is something that needs to be investigated further from the State Department. Sígale.
Y también es muy importante diferenciar entre lo que dice la doctora y lo que sería la realidad. Ella dice que la encuentra deshidratada y en estado de ebriedad. No es lo mismo.
Un momento.
Sí.
He said we have to be able to differentiate what the doctor says versus what the actions were. One of the things that the doctor said was that she was dehydrated. Deshidratada. ¿Y qué más, señor?
Y hay que diferenciar con el término inconsciente. Shanquella debió de haber estado...
We have to figure out what unconsciousness meant. Go ahead.
Ella debió de haber estado inconsciente, no en estado de ebriedad. Ahí hay una confusión de diagnóstico.
He said that there is a confusion in diagnosis. She should not have been dehydrated. She could have been unconscious.
Yes. So he's putting this out here. He's saying, you know what? He said that there is a confusion in diagnosis here. If she is she dehydrated or unconscious? How are you both? One thing he said, out of all the actions that she took, she said, and it was listed in the article, that at this point we're trying to figure out, is this correct? That they were trying to find an IV for her, right? They couldn't do the IV. So they didn't do the IV, but they did everything else but the IV. The first step and the first action that a medical professional is going to take is give a person an IV, especially if you're saying that they're dehydrated. Everything else, you're trying to rescue this person, give them, defibrillators and stuff like that. Well, how do you do that if you don't have an IV on this arm? How? It doesn't make sense. And that's something that he points out here. He's like, none of this is making sense from the doctor's point of view, because he's a doctor and he's given us that heads up. He's like, no, if you can't get her vitals, then at that point, that is when you say, I'm taking you to a hospital to get your vitals, because without feeling the first signs of life are your vitals, right? How many of you guys, I've gone to hospital several times, and if they can't find my vitals, if they can't get me through an IV, then there's an issue there, right? So they need to get me that IV immediately. They need to make sure that that is the first step that is done before all this other stuff, before defibrillators and stuff like that, period. I couldn't do an IV because BP was either so low or non-existent because she was dying. She was dying, period. Then none of this is making sense. None of this is making sense, right? And if it is, let me know. I mean, maybe I have some medical professionals in here that say, no, you don't have to give her an IV. You could just go straight to defibrillator. So is she dehydrated or is she unconscious? Which one is it? Stabilizing them, right? How do you stabilize them? Isn't it through making sure their vitals, IV? If she's dehydrated, that's what you want to do. IV. And I'm not a medical professional, please note that. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments as we're talking about this. It's just so crazy to me, but let's keep watching.
In his belief.
How long is the survival time for atlas luxation?
Cuando uno tiene atlas luxation, ¿verdad? Lo de la espínola médula, o ¿cómo se dice médula?
Sí, de la
Me
médula.
voy a ser doctora después de esta entrevista, ¿verdad? Con estos términos. ¿Cuánto tiene, en su opinión, cuánto tiene tiempo cuánto hay de sobrevivir tiempo, ¿verdad? ¿Cuánto tiempo tiene uno de vida cuando uno sufre una agresión así?
Okay.
Thank you. Jill says, no IV because she can't give one to a person without a pulse. Psh. Thank you, Jill. I love you, Jill. Thank you. Thank you. Period. Thank you, guys. Okay, so one of the questions, and Danny asked it, he's like, how many, from the time that you suffer such an injury, how much left, how long of life do you have after that impact, you know? And here I am translating because it was just so much to translate. You know, of saying, well, I feel like I'm a medic. I'm going to learn some of these medical terms in Spanish at some point, because I don't know them. But, you know, he's going to give us an answer to that. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. And also, if you guys can take a moment to please hit that like button, I would very much appreciate you all for doing so.
Es muy variado el tiempo de sobrevida y esto depende del tratamiento que tengas. Ante una situación como la de Shanquella Robinson, en donde vemos que no tuvo una atención médica adecuada, el tiempo de sobrevida es muy corto. Si hubiera estado en una institución hospitalaria, hubiera sido intervenida quirúrgicamente, hubiera estado en una terapia intensiva, hubiera recibido respiración a través de un respirador mecánico, la sobrevida pudo haber sido mayor. Sin embargo, en las condiciones, aquí tenemos que tomar en cuenta las condiciones de Shanquella al momento de la agresión en cuanto a la intervención médica. Como no tuvo una intervención médica adecuada, el tiempo de sobrevida tuvo que haber sido muy corto.
And this right here, this is so interesting. Danny's question was, well, when you suffer an injury like that, how much time do you have to live? He says, because the medical intervention did not occur at the time that needed to happen, you know, it can depend, it can vary. So based on the injury that we saw in the video, right, the fighting, right, it's going to vary. So you can imagine, if you sit back for a minute and think about this, okay? Medical intervention was needed. Here you have this doctor who says, I can't do, I couldn't do an IV. So they didn't want to bring her into the hospital. So, you know, we were working on her and she passed away. But if they're investigating, right? They sit back and they see, well, wait a minute. Based on this injury, if she would have had medical intervention, depending on the time, maybe she had already passed away. This is the inconsistency of the reporting in the times, right? If she would have had medical intervention, would things have looked a little bit different? And guess who gets to make that decision about medical intervention? Doctora Carolina, the medical doctor, who people are saying, well, she's only going to get a fine. No, that's a crime. Doctors go to jail when they fail in their duties, right? It's the same as in Mexico. You can go to jail. This is criminal as well for that doctor. Period. Right. Right. What do you guys think? I'd rather hear what the parents have to say than this doctor, because we already know Shanquella was dead before they got there, right? It's a lot. The heart stops when you have that injury. All the sounds so wrong, and they should have taken her. Malpractice, negligence. But this is the kind of stuff, Cook, that we were talking about that could very well be criminal as well for the doctor. And people are saying that as well, right? So I'm just thinking, if she's already passed away, why would you chance it, doctor? None of this is making sense. The whole story is not making sense. None of it. Yeah, and look at this. I think she's going to jail. She covered for them folks, and the authorities is doing damage control. Yeah, they're gonna listen. When I interviewed Wrong Too Strong, guys, what did they say? He was 17 years old, part of the cartel. They made an example out of a U.S. citizen at the age of 17. They put his ass in prison for 4 years. They will make an example out of you. You're not gonna fuck around with people's tourist money or anything like that. No, they will make an example out of anybody if they need to. Period. But let's keep watching.
Because she didn't have the appropriate intervention, her time of death was her time of life was very short, right? It was pretty rapid. If you think about, he says, if had she received the intervention that's necessary, whether it's a breathing machine, get into a hospital, her time would have been a little bit different. In this specific situation with this type of injury, times can vary. But for her, had she gotten some type of medical intervention at a hospital, it would have varied as well. We just don't really know. So this is what he's saying. He's like, something like that, you can't really put a time frame because it depends on the intervention that you receive.
Oh, it's possible that in some cases that people can survive for extended amount of time. So it's possible that she was still alive, but unconscious when the doctor arrived.
Hay posibilidad de que tal vez ella estuvo inconsciente cuando la doctora llegó. ¿Hay posibilidad de que pudo sobrevivir esto, Shanquella?
Sí, o sea, cuando la doctora llegó, Shanquella no estaba consciente. Aquí la...
Thank you. So, and Christina says, Marie, you're literally talking about doing things to a death. Christina, here's my deal, okay? We're talking about, we don't know because we don't know if she was or if she wasn't based on the reports in itself. Nobody's talking about doing anything to a dead corpse. I kind of want you to kind of keep that in mind. We're talking about what has been said and everything. We don't know. Other than the police report, and even the police report that everybody got from Gerardo was through a secondary app that we don't know if it had been edited. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. We don't know. We're talking about hypothetical in this type of injury. She did not receive medical intervention because the friend said, hey, treat her here. Don't treat her at a hospital. And so I kind of struggle with this idea of it's a known fact. People, I don't know if anything is a known fact at this point. Does anybody understand what I'm saying in that? We don't know. Thank you, Clark. The information is all over the place. I highly doubt whether it's that channel or that channel. As far as known fact, we don't know anything what to be known fact. I'll wait until we're actually in Mexico getting the information from where it needs to be at. Based on what's been said on the death certificate, which is still lackluster. The police report still lackluster. Okay? And everything else, nothing is known. Nothing is known fact yet. Bottom line, we just need justice for Shanquella. These people need to answer for what has been done to her. And so what we're saying here is that as it pertains to this doctor, it's not only malpractice, but criminal all around to what she failed to do. And it's not going to be a fine. It needs to be, and it should be very much time behind bars next to Dejanay, Alyssa, Winter, and all the other people there. That's what they need to be sharing a cell. Period. So let's keep watching. Yes, which is mostly fatal. Absolutely. Absolutely, Brianna. And it is, but we don't even know. We're trying to figure out, well, what is the information, right? Because there's just so much confusion. He's a doctor. Does she ask him about possible penalties as a doctor in the scenario? But I'm not there yet because I'm still far behind, Shelly. You're so funny, Shelly. She's like, I'm still far behind. That's, well, right? Her parents got a private autopsy. We know what time she died. So stop with the hearsay, Brianna. Whoa. Hey, Christina, can you I don't know what Bria. I need you guys to chill out with the, Christina, I appreciate you in the chat, but I need you to you can't know more than what other people know. You said the parents got a private autopsy. Has those reports been released? Do we know for a fact that there's a private autopsy out there? Please let me know in the chat. Please let me know in the chat. Is there has it been released? Has it been reported on? Do you know something that a lot of us know? I mean, I haven't heard about a private autopsy because that would be a first. Thank you. So see, Christina, you're coming with this energy. We're not receiving you that way. We're just having a conversation about that. There's a lot of misinformation. Never saw that in the reports. If you've been following this case to the T, please drop a rabbit. Please let me know. Yes, there's a autopsy. She lied on the medical report. I've never heard of a private autopsy. Who told you that? Another channel? Where's the receipts? What source? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm going to drop the link. And if somebody has more information about a private autopsy, which I have yet to people really say there's a private autopsy, I'm not disputing that the injury is fatal. Not at all. We're talking about, could there have been a medical intervention to this situation? I have not heard of a private autopsy, but they need one. Christina, not Christina, I'm sorry, Christy Marie, do you have more information where this private autopsy is at? I would love to hear about the report myself. Where's the private autopsy? No report has been released yet. I heard about them getting one. I heard about them. No, I haven't heard about. Okay. I mean, I don't see you commenting anymore, girl. Like, do you have something? Just let me know. Tina Marie. I was calling her Christina. I think it is Christina, but Tina Marie. The doctor was on site for the results, so there's a red flag from the beginning. I'm looking at your comments, my love, and I'm not trying to like pinpoint you, but you're talking over here like you know the facts that none of us know. Okay, her parents got a private autopsy. We know what time she died. So stop with the hearsay, Brianna. So tell me, where's the private autopsy? Who's reported it? My chat doesn't know about it, and they've been following this story for quite some time. Yes, I heard about a forensic autopsy. Tisa said it on her channel. Tisa has this private autopsy from the parents that a lot of us don't know. No, honey, I don't think Brianna's yelling at you. We're trying to understand. Why are you yelling? Relax. You just need to get unhinged. We hear you loud and clear enough. You know, okay, girl. But see, why are you? Maybe you need to just chill out a little bit. Absolutely. I mean, because I didn't hear about an autopsy, and I'm the one with the mic. I'm dropping the link for you if you have more to say. You guys know more information. This is what I'm saying. I don't care what Tisa told on everybody's channel. Let me tell you something, okay? Tisa, look, this is that ridiculous part. I don't co-sign what other creators have. If she's got information about the parents without talking to the parents about a private autopsy, I can feel why these parents, if dad's watching social media and you have a big ass content creator with 150K followers or whatever the hell her numbers, that all she has to do is drop 5 videos a day, get so many views, right? And a lot of following, that's fine because it's a business, right? We get it. But can you imagine being Mr. Bernard Robinson and watching this shit on the internet while this person is saying that the family got a private autopsy and that it's fact? Where is the private autopsy? Please tell me. If somebody said that Tisa said it. Did Tisa say it? Somebody get on the link and tell us, please. I'm a nice rabbit, I promise, but I just don't want to perpetuate misinformation. And the last thing I'm going to have you do is come after the people that I have on my here, acting like you know facts that we don't, based on a creator who reports on reality TV is talking about. Let's not do that. You heard it as well. I've heard it and Dad speak about it one as well. Did it happen? That's what we want to know. Tisa did not say there was a private autopsy. She said that the parents received the report from the autopsy that was in Omega. Thank you, Merna. Merna, thank you. That's a little bit different than a private autopsy. Does that make sense? Like secondary? Okay, Mod, exactly. Yes, the father's talking about getting a private autopsy. Totally understandable, but I can't imagine how expensive that would. Okay, now you're changing your tone a little bit because you said that the people got a private autopsy. That is different than what you said earlier, my love. That is different than what you said earlier. I'm just gonna be real. That is not the same. Yo, do you see what I'm saying? We took 10 minutes of this to perpetuate information that we don't even know. We don't know other than what's been saying. He said he was going to get one. Thank you for clearing that up in the chat. Whoever said that, please, thank you very much for clearing that up. Here, I'm going to go back to your statement that I was like, wait, what are you talking about? That there is or there isn't? That there isn't one. Here it is. Her parents got a private autopsy. We know what time she died, so stop with the hearsay, Brianna. They didn't get a private autopsy. That's not what has been reported. And thank you so much for the person that cleared it in the chat. They misunderstood. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Then maybe that's what it is. So when you're coming in here and saying this is facts, that's concerning. Stop using the word facts like it's Bible. I'm dropping the link if anybody wants to come up and sound off, because I would love to hear more people's perspective to this. I mean, this is so crazy to me, guys. They're getting one. Thank you. Parents want a private autopsy, but it doesn't mean that it's been done. And so it sounds like you guys mistook what Tisa said. Tisa didn't say anything about private. I mean, I haven't, like I said, I don't take anything that anybody over there says as Bible. I think we need to be very careful. Why? Because I'm the one that interviewed, and I know where the information is coming from. And I'm not saying that it's completely false. I'm saying I'm waiting. I'm waiting. The link is there if anybody else wants to come up and sound off. I can understand absolutely that nothing is known fact, but the autopsy results are the most viable piece of evidence that there is, and I'm going with what her parents are saying. Perfect. Okay, and she was okay. I don't know. You're the same person that said that it was fact that they got a private autopsy. And that was fact. That's what you said. So I want you to just slow your roll a little bit down so people don't come after you in my chat. You guys are, a difference of opinion is always welcome. But I think that it's important that we don't run with some other misinformation, you know? Just saying. Instead, you argue with me and okay, well, see, and I can't have you doing that, my love. Like, you need to chill out. You were wrong. You misled people here in the chat. I'm just letting you know. That's why people were kind of going a little bit off. I think that's important. You said that it's a known fact that there's a not. You said it. I read your comment. Did you mistype? Is that where the comment? Yeah, Connie, that was the comment. I'm putting the, if anybody, Marie, if you want to come up and sound off a little bit, the link is right there. You're more than welcome. Okay. And none of us are trying to start anything, but I'm going to ask you to chill out. I don't know, for whatever reason you and Brianna did not get on the right foot, but I need this to calm down. Let's not get so heated over facts that we don't even know are quite there. All we know is the information that the dad is providing us. I've never heard about a private autopsy. Her mother said that she believed the autopsy over the police report and death certificate, but that was all that was given to her. Thank you, my love. Thank you, April. Thank you, April. Teacher's like, dude, all right, just, we need to calm down. Let me take a little bit of a commercial break so that we can regroup. Please just stop with the back and forth on facts that we don't even know are factual at this time, other than what the parents' statements have said. And clearly, if you're collecting facts from other creators, then we need to step back a little bit and understand that if it's not coming out of the parents' mouth at this point, what is actually factual? Bring the receipts, as Cash says on her comment. Bring the receipts. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sorry. You're doing a little too much. Now I had to block you personally, and I don't like to block people. You're just doing a little too much, and we can't have that here. I'm just letting you know, like, you're coming in here very argumentative. I can't have that. I can't have you arguing in my chat, going after people. If you have a difference of opinion, you guys know that I welcome that more than anything. I know that this is such a heated case and people have so many opinions about what is going on, what is fact and what isn't. But the last thing I'm going to have you do is disrespect my chat, my members, or my mods, or even myself as the content creator. What I've said to you, you came in here saying that it was fact that a second autopsy happened. Okay, that's what you said, and I'm using your words. I'm not saying that I'm reporting facts. I'm going by bringing up a medical expert and giving commentary to that situation. If you can't handle, then you probably should not even participate in this chat. Period. Thank you. Exactly. We don't know the facts until the parents release them. Thank you, Clark. We don't. And so you really have to, if you're going to police everything, then I'm going to have to tell you, like, listen, yo, I get it. But this is what we know thus far. And hypothetical, this is the interview with a medical professional that can bring some information. If you don't like it, feel free to unsubscribe and exit. That's absolutely fine. But the last thing I'm going to have you do is be disrespectful to people over going back and forth to try to prove a point when you're not even there. None of us are there. Period. And what was that all for? For what? For what?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
What was the reason, bitch?
I don't need to explain myself to you. And
what was the reason?
Yeah. What was the reason? For nothing. You came in here with misinformation. Even people are trying to correct you in the chat. There was no reason for that. Period. So yeah, that's fine. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye. Anyways. Ooh, that got a little too heated, right? Teacher's like, I'm gonna exhale. Listen, that was the Cardi card. Sometimes it's okay. Like I said, if we're gonna keep talking about this case, right, Mama? If we're gonna keep talking about this case, I know we're not gonna always agree. Period. But we need to be careful what we say and what we don't say. And you're coming in here, and that's fact. No, ma'am, you're misusing even the word fact. You don't know anything. Period. Hi, Miss Valencia. How are you? Oops. Are you there? Are you there? Oh, I think there's something up with your mic. Are you there? And then you have the troll. I don't know what that was. See? Oh my God, I swear to God, yo, the trolls that we get up here. Look at that. See, I was even inviting. I'm dropping the link if anybody else wants to say something. Yes, go sage the chat. Some of this stuff is like too much. You guys are, I know, right? Clark, we hate these trolls. Protection each other over here, period. Thank you. Absolutely. The trolls are strong today. Period. Look at that. I know I was like, what the hell? See, that's what I get for being too nice. I'm done being nice, guys. I gotta stop being so nice to these people. Period. That was a little scary. I don't know. It's just some people don't take it very serious. They don't take this case very serious. I know, right? They don't. And I mean, this is when you get blocked. Right, Julia? She's like, wow. Some of these people, my goodness. Give me a sec. I'm trying to get dressed. Are you coming, Chico? All right, Chico. I'm dropping. See, I know Chico's not going to be playing with us. Hey, Jill, tell me it's you, and you're not going to be singing me some creepy ass song.
No, I'm not singing anything weird.
Bring the holy water. Somebody holy water this chat. Tell me. Yo.
People are weird. Have we heard anything else about how they've gotten the video or where the video got leaked? Because I've read somewhere that a blogger released it. Have they ever came out saying where they got the video?
That was a question that we all had as well. Who leaked it to the blogger? That's another mystery that we're trying to figure out and that we don't even know. I don't even know.
So we still only know it was that Gerald Jackson or something that
Well,
was
we know that he
released
brought
it.
attention to it, but I don't think he was the one that leaked it.
Well, I read an article, I think I have it pulled up. It said Gerald Jackson, a blogger in North Carolina, published the video, and that's how it got leaked. So where did he get the video?
Exactly. Well, then that's a great question. That's a great
Because
question.
you think the FBI would be like, hey man, if you don't tell us, we're gonna put you in jail because you're impeding the investigation, right?
Well, I don't know.
Oh
I mean,
snap!
but maybe he needs to be questioned
Why
by
is it
the
so
FBI too. Maybe the
quiet?
FBI already knows where the video came from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I just watching the court TV and stuff, they're saying that like, oh, we're gonna track our IP addresses, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna find out, digital footprints. So it sounds like they don't know, but
Yeah.
it released that dude, or I think it's a dude.
Somebody
that-
else.
Yeah, so I just didn't know if maybe we got any more headway on that, and I didn't know if anybody had heard anything.
Great. I don't know. If anybody knows anything in chat, let me know. And make sure you put allegedly in there because
Allegedly leaked.
allegedly, because then you have somebody that would come in here and say something else. Brianna, are you fighting in my chat? What's going on?
Girl, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
No, I was not fighting. Like legit,
What
all I said
happened?
was there are contradicting times, so we don't know.
Yeah.
And then she just like jumped down my throat. I don't know.
Why though? She said it's fact that there's a second. I said what? It is? Who said?
Yeah, since when?
I haven't heard anything. This is where misinformation.
I have not
comes
heard
from.
nothing about that.
I remember
And
him
I've been
saying
following this
that-
case pretty close.
Now, I don't remember them saying that they fully did an autopsy, but I remember it suggesting, but didn't they, or they had her funeral November 19th, so I wouldn't imagine if they
Yeah.
haven't done one yet that they would do one.
Nothing else can happen now.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Chica, what do you think about this whole? Have you heard about a second autopsy at this point?
I haven't. The only autopsy I heard about was one where Dad was talking about it, but I haven't even seen that information get released. So I don't know nothing about a second or private autopsy. I haven't heard anyone
From what I
say
understand,
anything.
the parents talked about wanting to do one, but never came out with saying they did.
Yeah, that I remember him saying, like the first video where he was talking about her getting slammed or something like that. I remember he said something about it, but
Yep.
as far as it actually being done, we don't know.
Right.
No, there's been no word of it, and I'm assuming they probably didn't because, for one, it's a process. It would have taken extra time, and she had already been deceased for roughly a week, I think, when they got her body back. Yeah. And they just wanted to put her to rest.
Yeah, I think they had to
remember-
wait 2 weeks. They paid $6,000 and had to wait 2 weeks for the body to come from
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah, because he had to
And then
find a
imagine having to put
funeral
another
home.
couple thousand on a private autopsy,
It's possible,
and then
but
the cost of the funeral too.
It wouldn't be wise to get a second autopsy right now either, if you think about it, because people are still piecing together exactly what happened. You just had this video leaked, right, Mama? You just had this video leaked, so it's kind of like, wouldn't it make sense to, if they're like, we're trying to figure out whether she's been arrested or not, right? That's the other piece. Wouldn't it make sense to wait until she's actually in trial or in Mexico or something to even go there and say, we're going to do a second autopsy to figure out what was the findings directly? Like, even when Miss Christina Marie said it, I never heard about it either, but she came in here, doubled down on it, and then she got mad that we called her out on it. And then somebody said Tisa said it, but then somebody else said, shout out to the person who said people are misinformed about what Tisa said. So
yeah,
do you see what I'm saying? It's like, and I kind of fault all of us to a certain degree, because it's like, well, we got to be careful how we put out information.
And that's what I was about to say. All this misinformation is not going to get Shanquella justice. We need to stick to the facts and the facts only. We need to make sure we get this girl justice. And I don't give a damn what nobody say, including Nazir, as all 6 of them need to be sitting in the Mexico jail.
Period.
Yeah,
I don't care about his mother or
they're all
anything.
guilty as far as I'm concerned.
Because I've been seeing it all over YouTube. I cannot tell you how many pages I've seen with Nazir's mama said this and somebody's mama said that, or somebody's sister. I don't give a damn what any of them said. How about they confess? How about that?
Yeah.
The only mama I want to hear from is Shanquella's mama.
Y'all want to talk so much. Tell the damn truth, shame the devil.
Right. Right. No,
And
I
then
agree.
too, these trolls coming in here. That's not. They really made me mad. Me and Brianna getting in their ass on this chat.
Right? I am seriously like that is the first time that it's ever happened to me, and I am like blown away. Like I am usually like I'm so chill. I'm just sitting here chilling, waiting to go pick up my daughter from school. Like
they came for you though. They came for you.
So she came for me with a knife.
I said, "What'd you do?" I said, "No. We gonna type." Oh my God, who fell out? Somebody fell off. Hey Ben, welcome. They came for you though, Brianna. They really did.
So scared.
Are
All
you
I
there,
wanted
Ben?
to do was play with you.
Oh Jesus, there's another.
This again?
They just. I'm having to ban it.
That's creepy.
I'm like, I don't know why that's funny to some people. Chico, then they're
Legit,
coming in here
though.
like they don't take this shit too serious. That's part of the issue.
They don't. Well, I've realized people don't care unless it affects or affects them directly. I've realized that throughout life. A lot of people don't give a damn unless it has direct consequences on them.
Yeah.
And that's sad. This is exactly why we're in the situation as a whole, as a community.
Yeah.
We stopped caring a long time ago. We're so desensitized to violence. If you see a woman get slapped in the street, we turn our heads because, that ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah, I agree.
We are so desensitized, and it's ridiculous how desensitized we are to certain things.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you see somebody getting hurt, like I don't know. I guess I'm just one of those people that like I just can't sit and watch that.
Right.
And when I was younger, it got me in a lot of trouble. And now I live in the middle of nowhere and I don't really see people, but like, in my 20s and I'd be going out and somebody tried to start beef, I'd be like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. It's not, it's like the older you get, it's like I don't really feel like fighting you or
bingo
giving the hands,
Yeah, right. Not to mention I am too crippled to fight people right now. Like, no. I used to be a lot stronger. The MS made me weak.
Right. I have Infamous Truth here, and I want to make sure Infamous. I typically would. Can you do me a favor? Let me see if I can put a little banner here or something before I have you come up and everything, because I got these trolls in here now, so I want to make sure that I don't get any porn bombing or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's sad, man. They just sit here taking away from that girl by trolling. There's something seriously wrong with these trolls.
Exactly.
Right. Infamous Truth. Go ahead and sound off. Oh, they should just fell. Okay. Here's my thing though. Is I'm just trying to figure out, like, and then you have the people that say, well, this is facts. This is what they said because their favorite creator said it. I don't get the shit right all the time. I don't get it right. Like, this is what I'm saying. People make mistakes. It's
half of your favorite content creators are lying to get views. There, I see.
Exactly. And even if they ain't not lying, like people will jump on it right away because they want to get the views, they want to get it out, and then if it's wrong and they don't say anything about it, this is what happens.
Right.
Because there's one I'm not gonna say their name, so you ain't gotta worry about that. Right? But there's one content creator that has literally been covering this, and the videos that she put out is garbage.
Yeah,
it's garbage. It's hearsay, and I'm
so
like,
wrong.
Baby, you really taken away from this girl's death. You're not helping by putting all these narratives out here because she entertained Nazir's mama.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
not
Jesus. Yeah, for sure. Infamous, are you there? Infamous, are you there? Infamous, are you there? I hear you. I don't know.
Echo.
Yeah, but are you there, Infamous? I'm gonna have to remove you if I can't hear you, my love. Put it in the private chat, okay? Let me know if your sound is ready to go, and then I'll put you back up.
I'm gonna have to remove you if I can't
Okay. Yeah, I hear a little echo. I don't know if you guys have to mute in the back.
Sound is ready to go, and then I'll put you back up. Yeah, I hear somebody talking.
Yeah, there's an echo in the background.
Somebody's on their phone and computer at the same time.
Yeah, that's usually what happens if you're in multiple
And
devices.
then it like feeds back.
So I guess my thing is no, but you're right. Then somebody reported yesterday that Miss Salamandra had bashed Gerardo and said something. I'm like, no, but that never really. I don't think Miss Salamandra has said anything about the Mexican reporter or anything like that. So it's just the misinformation continues.
It does.
Just keeps going. It doesn't
Like,
stop.
the amount of misinformation on this case is unreal.
So the arrest warrant that they have, did they issue that it was the name of that girl? Like officially, that's who they've listed as the suspect?
No.
No.
We don't know who's listed in the arrest warrant. We're assuming it's Dejanay.
Oh, so we don't even know. I mean, officially, allegedly, no.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. But I ain't even gonna say that. I was wondering if anybody else heard that, but never mind. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
I mean, I can assume, and I think that's what we've all been doing. We've been assuming that it's Dejanay, and that's what I heard as well from Gerardo at the
But
time.
if they're gonna just do one though, not the 6, you would imagine it would be the one who was beating her in the video.
Yeah.
Right. No, and Jane is right. The plaintiff Jane, shout out to her. She said it's the blatant misinformation for me. It's going to cause people to get tired and lose interest in the story, which is sad. It's true. After a while, people get tired of the bullshit, and then they start saying, well, I can't trust any creator to be honest about anything that they've said.
Exactly.
With all that's going on right now, between all these cases, between Shanquella, between Idaho, between Athena, all the stuff that's going on right now, people are just going like sharks.
Yes.
And not like processing the severity of all these cases.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my God. Well, sorry guys. I went off the little rails. I was like, let me, because she was going hard in my comments. I said, what the hell is she talking about?
No. Don't apologize. Don't be out here spreading misinformation. That's point blank, period, because you're not helping the cause. You're not helping getting these 6 people in the jail in Mexico.
Absolutely. Infamous Truth Teller, the link is again in the chat if you want to come up and if you have something to say. I would agree. I had to kind of call that out. I said, wait a minute, you're in here. This is fact. I said, well, where the hell did you get the fact from? But you're not even listing it to where? Where are you getting it from? Because nobody here knows anything more than the next person, guys. Nobody. Nobody. Not even your big 150K creators. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Not even who is, nobody knows anything. Nobody. Not even Nancy Grace at this point, other than maybe what she's been told by the mother.
Nancy Grace. Oh my Lord.
I'm not even gonna talk about that, girl. Because I distinctly remember numerous times that woman on the air live drunk as a skunk.
I think she's earned it though, Chico.
For real.
You know what? Dealing with those cases, you're probably right.
She earned it. She earned it. I would think so. Former prosecutor and everything, right, Mama? She's earned it. She's earned
that camera angle. She's always got it like above her, so she's like looking up at it.
Yeah,
and that's just always gets me with her. I'm like, what? What is this camera angle? What are you trying to do,
man?
All right, Infamous. Hopefully you got your audio going. Let me know. Sound off. Infamous.
Hello. We can hear you now.
I can't unmute her because she's muted herself. What, Mama?
Oh, she muted herself?
Yeah. I think she's having issues with her audio. Jane said that I've always said Nancy Grace looks like the anteater.
Oh no.
Jane, I'm about to time you out. Stop. That's not funny.
Jane always making me laugh.
Jane said you have a nice looking foot, Infamous, even though we can't get your sound going, girl. Oh my God. All right. Let's get it together. Well, you know what? I don't think we're going to find. I just wanted to recommend Danny Robertson's interview because it's with somebody who's a medical expert who knows about autopsies, and he's been vetted as well. Yeah, so go check her out. You guys gotta go subscribe to her because she's
I
really
did a
dropping
blind
it.
sub
I
on your
did.
words, so I'm going.
Exactly.
She's gonna so she just
told
dropped
me.
part 1 and it'll be 2 and 3 later on. But her information is in the description box. Go check it out because I think that some of the questions that everybody had, she's asked them. So if you had specific questions about the injury and stuff like that, that is very helpful as well. You know?
Yeah.
But anyways.
Well, I took your word for it. You said she's good people, so I trust your judgment. So I did go subscribe to her. So I suggest everybody else go subscribe, go watch the video. She has pinned it in her comments, y'all.
Yes, yes. But I'm gonna be heading out here. Brianna, thank you for coming up as well. And I mean, I was like, is Brianna fighting in there? And then I'm looking, I'm like, no, she's not fighting. She got
I
attacked.
literally was just like pointed out that there are contradictions. Like that is all I said. And she just was like, whoa. I'm like, whoa, you need to slow down, girl.
I know.
Bree is usually cool in the comments. So when I see
I don't get heated easily.
Exactly.
But she was getting spicy, and I'm like, you need to chill. That's why I was like, I need to hit my vape and take a sip of my coffee because this woman is getting me lit.
Absolutely. No. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna let you guys go because I gotta head. Baby Bunny's awake. You awake,
You're the
Mom?
best.
Bye. Thank you
Get the
guys.
baby.
Much
I gotta go pick up
appreciated.
mine from school.
All right.
Perfect timing.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye, guys. All right, guys.
Bye.
Well, you guys make sure you hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts about the situation. We just had to excuse some of the trolls. We had a lot of trolls in this chat, yo. I'm gonna have to get some more heavy on this blocking game because I typically am pretty lax, but some of these trolls are a little too much, and this is just too serious for that. And if you've been banned from the channel, then you've been banned from the channel. You might need to get a new account, and that's okay. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat, to the members, to everybody that came up. Thank you guys, and make sure you check out those links in the description box for Danny Robertson, her channel, because she's dropping in some really good information for those that have a lot of questions about forensics in Mexico and what to do and everything else. All right, guys, I gotta head out. Say bye, Mama. You want to say bye? You want to say bye? She said bye, guys. She said bye. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.